Rob and Slim Show.
Hey guys, it's your favorite actor from Hollywood.
It is Joe Filippone. How are you, brother?
What is going on, Joe?
What's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I am busy as all fuck, but it's all good. Like I'm such a workaholic. Like I need to be busy. So
that's how I am, dude. Even at work. Not at home. At home, I could just sit in bed in my own mess. For days.
I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could do that, but it's like, you know, it's so weird because I know that I can't be lazy because I don't have any tourists in me. And, you know, tourists is, you know, give them a bed and some food and they're happy. But I don't have any. It's true. My father's a tourist and he was always so happy to come home from work, have his like snack before dinner, go to bed for a while, and then he'd wake up for dinner. You know, always, even now, you know, he's always, for Christmas and stuff, bringing my mom food to make and always asking her what she's making and all that stuff. My father loves his food in his bed. But
cool.
I always thought I had Virgo in me because I'm such a workaholic, because Virgos are workaholic, but I have no Virgo in me at all. So I don't know where the workaholic thing comes from.
What sign are you, Joe?
I'm a Scorpio, and I have a lot of Scorpio in me, and I've got a moon in Cancer, so I'm emotional as fuck and all that. And I have Sagittarius in me, so that's why I say whatever I think.
That's probably why I like you, because I have Sagittarius and Capricorn, and my sister's just all Scorpio, and I hate her guts. I mean, I love you, Marge, if you're listening.
Funny. That's funny. My mom's a Capricorn. That's probably why we get along.
I like that. Yeah, the Capricorn doesn't come out much in certain ways, but yeah, it's mostly Sagittarius.
In money ways, does it come out?
I don't have money, so yeah, no, I'm not good with money.
I'm Taurus, so I can relate to the just being lazy.
Just the lazy,
He knows.
What are you, Pete?
Sagittarius.
Wow, yes, you are.
Straight Sagittarius.
Yeah. That does make sense.
The centaur.
Joe, what's your current project? Is it Love Always?
Yeah, I'm doing Love Always. We're in the final 3 weeks of that. We've got about 6 performances left, and people are loving it. Like, the critics are loving it, the audience is loving it, the playwrights are very happy with what we're doing because it's the Los Angeles premiere. It's never been done here on the West Coast.
Okay.
So, and the 2 playwrights who wrote it, Renee Taylor and Joe Bologna, they live here in LA, so they're excited that they get to, finally see their baby, come up in town and stuff. And it's a great little show. I mean, I can kind of understand why it hasn't been done because it's very hard to stage.
What is it about?
Well, here's why it's hard to stage is because it's not like a traditional play with a cast of characters in a beginning, middle, and an end. It's a bunch of different vignettes on different types of love and different types of relationships. So there's really no clear through line. So it's up to the director and the actors to kind of try to tie everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so especially in a town like LA where it's not a big theater town, that can be intimidating. Like, I'm sure if New York probably does this show every 5 minutes because it's, theater town. That's where Renee and Joe are from. So, I'm sure that it's all over the East Coast where there's more theater, and probably Chicago. Chicago would probably love this.
Yeah.
But, it's so funny. Like, I try to tell, my friends here in LA about it, and it's like, when I'm telling them that, it's a bunch of different, little vignettes and stuff, they don't get it. And then it's like when they come to the show, they're like, oh, that's what you meant.
Wow.
And the nice thing about it is, since there's so many different vignettes in the play, every performance is kind of different. So if you come on a Saturday night, if you come Sunday, you're going to see different vignettes than you saw on Saturday. And everybody is double cast and playing multiple roles. So it's like you'll see different actors in different roles. You'll see people maybe doing 2 or 3, whereas the last time they only did 1,
Wow.
So Yeah, and people
cool.
seem to enjoy that. It's like, you get the repeat customers, and that's smart. That's why Joe and Renee are geniuses
with
their writing.
Who do you play?
So I play a few different people in the production, but my main roles that I do is in one of the vignettes called Tony and Madeleine, and it's about these two movie stars, and they're actually based off of Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor and their relationship. And I play a character named Dominic. I'm part of Madeleine's posse, so I follow her around and make sure that, she's taken care of and everything she needs is done. And I love this role. This is probably my favorite out of all the roles that I do, because I don't say anything, so my stuff is just all reactions. I get to act funny. I get to do funny physical comedy, which I love. I'm not one of those actors that's like, oh, I don't get to say anything, I'm not doing this, fuck you. I'm like, no, that's great. I'll just work on the reactions. I'll just work on being silent, all that stuff, and I get to slap the actor who plays Tony and stuff. So it's all fun and all that. And then I play another character named Benny in a vignette called Benny and the Woman. And this is kind of one of the kind of melancholic and sad pieces of the production, because it's kind of about that missed connection between people, and how people get so caught up in their own lives and their own bullshit and their own fear that they kind of miss a communication, and communication isn't landing, and what could be a really great friendship or romance kind of, is missed.
Wow.
Which happens all the time. I know it's happened to me, so I've been able to kind of draw on that experience. Plus, that's been a really fun role for me to play, just to kind of reach and get in touch with kind of that vulnerable side, because I don't like to show that. I don't like to be vulnerable or present myself in that way. So to do that role has kind of been a nice challenge.
Yeah, I got an image.
I know it's helped me grow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, man. That's really cool. I love the concept. It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, yeah, and these Renee Taylor and Joe Bologna, they wrote Lovers and Other Strangers and Love Is All There Is, and Renee was Fran Drescher's mom on The Nanny, so they know characters, they know comedy, they know what they're doing,
Cool. That's rad, man.
Thank you.
No problem. Wow. I was going to ask you too, Joe, are you married?
Yeah. That's a comedy all in itself. Who knows how long that'll last? But whatever. No.
Because mine didn't, bro.
I'm very hard to be married to. I'm very hard to have a relationship with.
Me too.
My career always comes first, and that's the thing that anyone who dates me or marries me or whatever, they have to know that the career comes first, and then the family, and then whoever I'm with. It's like, that's just how I am, Go ahead.
Have you guys ever been out for like the same part?
No, he works behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah. He does more of like the editing and assistant director and photography and stuff like that.
Wow. So that's cool. At least that doesn't come into. I was going to ask too. Is it hard? And you answer that. Is it hard to maintain a relationship? Because it seems like anybody doing a creative project, anything like that, it does come into play.
Yeah, and it's like when you're going out with someone or married to someone who, especially someone like me who's more in front of the camera or on stage, like you have to be prepared that it's going to be a lot of late nights, a lot of late rehearsals. It's like there's, especially when we were doing the tech rehearsals before we opened, there was times when I wasn't getting home until, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And you have to be okay with the fact that, your partner or whatever may have to go and travel for work. I just had an audition the other day for a movie that if I get it, I'm going to have to go to Atlanta to shoot it. And for God knows how long, what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We talked to an actress too years ago, Sadie Katz, and she had love scenes, and she said it was hard to keep a boyfriend because she'd get home and get all these questions.
Because people get jealous and all that, and it's so stupid. Like, seriously, if anyone listening is not in the business and they ever date an actor or an actress who has to do a love scene or whatever, I've done sex scenes, and it's the most unsexy thing in the world. There's no way that you can be aroused or want to fuck your scene partner or whatever, because it is the most, it's nerve-wracking, it's uncomfortable, it's like, no, there's nothing sexy about it. I just want to get the damn thing over with so I can put my clothes on.
So I'm curious, have you been with guys in that, like, after you've done, like, a sex scene with a girl, are they like, oh, do you like girls now? Like, do they do that?
Well, everyone who dates with me, I make it very clear up front that I like both. So if you're if we're already at that point where we're dating or whatever, you pretty much know that I'm into both.
Nice, so. Slambo.
I'm selfish. What can I say?
Who won between you and Lucas? I can't remember, Joe. Who won Lamborghini?
I don't know, man.
I think it was me.
He's shaking his head. No, Joe.
No, man. No, I'm not into dudes at all, man.
Oh, come on, Slambo. What's a tug between friends?
Yeah, not even a little bit, Slambo.
No, not really.
No. We'll get to him eventually, guys. Don't worry. Joe, I saw too. You make animal noises?
Yeah, occasionally for voiceover and stuff, like, if they want to throw me in as something like that, whatever, I'm game. Have you gotten the best I can.
Have you got any gigs doing that?
Say that again?
Whoa, have you got any gigs doing that?
Yeah, actually my first animated movie that I did, it was an animated short called Abby's Egg, and I played a dog in a barnyard, and so I had to and then it's all like musical and stuff, so all the animals sing, but they all sing with whatever animal noises they make, so I had to sing to this song barking like a dog. And then I just did, and then the director who did that, he's doing another animated musical short with animals, and he hired me again, so I just recorded some stuff like that. I had to record a bunch of monkeys doing the same thing, singing in like monkey noises, but since he wanted me to be a group of monkeys, I had to do different pitches of the monkey noises. So some of them were really up high, some were medium, some were really down low, and then I had to act like I was talking, as this group of monkeys talking to each other. And then when we were done, just for fun, he was like, he's like, I have this lion in there too. He's like, and I don't really know what I want the lion to sound like. He's like, so I'm kind of asking like a bunch of people to come in and record these growls and stuff. He's like, do you want to just do that? And I was like, well, why the fuck not? I'm here just for fun, know.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Slim, did you want to ask your questions?
Oh, yeah.
Joe, we have I've been doing this is our first night of doing this. Slim is gonna ask the behind the actor's studio questions, and he's gonna
Jesus.
He's gonna ask you.
These are some pretty cerebral questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
They hit your brain, man.
They do. They're good. So he's getting them ready right now, and he's gonna ask.
Okay.
He's gonna ask you, Joe.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, you ready, Joe?
I'm ready. Give it to me, baby.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to.
Oh, I got a half a rod right now.
First question. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's audition. Because I love audition. And I love whenever my agent or my manager calls and says that I have one, or I get an email that says I have one, or a casting director calls and says that. So yeah, audition is my favorite word, tied with booking. You got the job.
All right. So what's your least favorite word?
Can't. I hate that word. If someone says that they can't do something, I'm done with you, because it's like you can do whatever the fuck you want. You know, don't let your excuses, your fear, your bullshit, your insanity, you know, stop you from doing anything. Like I hate that word. I think it's the worst word in the English language. Can't.
Yeah, it has like a dirty sound to it.
It sounds like cunt, which is my favorite word.
All right. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I think creatively just doing the work. And that's all aspects of my job, whether it's preparing for an audition or, you know, just updating my resume or sending out emails or postcards or designing a postcard or making a newsletter, whatever. Or even if it's just doing something like this, doing like an interview or, you know, being on set, just whatever, that turns me on, is doing the actual work. And I love, you know, every part of this business. And maybe that's why I am getting a lot more stuff and getting a lot more higher stuff and going to new levels in my career, because I'm not afraid of the work and I don't mind it. I think spiritually, things that turn me on is just, you know, feeling like I'm on the right path and like I'm doing my purpose and living, you know, my purpose for being here. And you know, I know a lot of people think that I'm like not religious or an atheist, but I am. I'm religious. I believe in God. I believe in a heaven and a hell. And so even just, you know, waking up, seeing the sunrise, the sunset, you know, I know this sounds really cliche, but just like, you know, seeing the clouds or the nature like that lets me know that there's something here and there's a reason for that. So just like the beauty of like just nature and you know, the beauty of just being alive and waking up, that fills me spiritually. And what was the last one?
Emotionally.
Emotionally. I think just being around, you know, my really good friends. And again, like a lot of people find this hard to believe. Like I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends. And I have even fewer people that I consider close friends or like best friends. So just being around those people fuels me, you know, in that way. And being around, you know, my classmates in my acting class at the GGC and getting, you know, Gloria's lessons and doing the show with them and being directed by her, that fills me. And that fills me creatively too. You know, it's like I just knowing that I'm growing as an artist and an actor.
Nice.
All right. And what the other side of that, what turns you off?
Laziness. I can't stand lazy people. I can't stand people who don't have drive or a work ethic. I can't stand people who settle, because I don't like to settle. Like I'm always looking for what can I do next. You know, it's like, okay, I've gotten this in my career and now I want to get that. Okay, I've gotten this, now I want to get that.
Right.
That's another reason why I'm so hard to have a relationship with, and even to have a friendship with, because I'm always pushing people. I'm like, no, don't settle. Okay, that's great that you got, you know, the condo in Beverly Hills, but now why don't you work hard so you can get the mansion in the Hollywood Hills or whatever. And even just you know, to date or have a relationship with me, it's like I can't be with someone who kind of has like that middle class mentality, who's just kind of working to retirement, who's just kind of doing like a go nowhere job. It's like, no, if you need to do that to survive or whatever, that's fine. But, you know, I don't want to be with someone who's content to just be, and I mean no disrespect at all to people who do these jobs, but just someone who's content to be like a bag boy or a checker at the grocery store. It's like, no, you know, maybe you're starting out that way, but I want to see that, you know, your overall goal is to maybe own your own grocery store, be a manager or whatever. That's why it's like, you know, God help me if I ever marry the president of the United States, because after his term's up, I'll probably divorce the motherfucker. Because then what's he going to do after that? Because I know he don't think that he's going to just sit on his ass and play golf in Palm Springs. No. Shit. But that's how I am. I'm always looking at like, okay, the bigger picture and wanting more and I've got just this hunger for everything,
Nice.
So interestingly enough, when you start feeling comfortable, you actually get uncomfortable.
Like if you ever find yourself getting that way, do you purposely?
If I ever find myself getting comfortable or going into a routine, like immediately I'll do something to change it up.
Wow.
I'll be like, okay, I need to stop this. Or if I find myself getting comfortable, it's like, no, I need to go out of my comfort zone. And I actually had to do that with acting because like since the beginning of the year, like the last, all the jobs that I've booked since the beginning of the year, they've all been paid. And a lot of them have paid really, really well. And so I had to make the decision that now I don't go out for stuff that's not paid. And if it is paid, they at least need to pay me the minimum SAG scale. I'm not going to work below scale. I'm not just going to work for credit or for a copy of like whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that was uncomfortable because of course, like that's going to cut down on what I'm doing, but it was like, okay, with stuff that's, not paid or ship pay, like that's keeping me from doing stuff that's, paid better, or that's keeping me from sending emails or postcards to people who could get me the really good, paid jobs. So,
wow.
That was really uncomfortable. And I just got, new managers and making that decision of getting a new representation in that way, that made me uncomfortable because I was comfortable with who I was with and what they were getting me and what they weren't getting me and all of that stuff. So making that decision was very scary, so, but it always seems to work out, even when I made the decision to get into acting class with Gloria. Like that was a very scary decision because I hadn't been in an acting class in a long time. And I was like, oh, Jesus, like, I don't know if I have the stamina to like do this, or I don't know if I'm good enough to learn from her or whatever. But I mean, it was the, best decision that really I made for my career.
Was it like,
as I got into that class, things changed.
Yeah. Was it like relearning what you already knew?
Yeah, it was relearning what I already knew. It was learning a lot of shit that I didn't know.
Wow.
And it was getting rid of bad habits that I had been taught by not so good teachers.
Wow.
And really just learning from a master teacher.
Wow.
And probably, and I mean, I'll go on air and say this, that, Gloria Gifford is, in my opinion, the best teacher in Los Angeles. And so being able to be taught by her and someone with her experience, I mean, it has changed my life. And I went from not going out that much to not booking that many major things to, not even being with her in her class a year, booking 2 commercials back to back, going out almost weekly, going out for a big pilot, going out for a lead in a big film.
Wow.
Having the industry be excited about me and just getting more comfortable with myself and really being excited just that I get to do this, being even more excited than I was. She really like made that fire burn even more and stronger.
Yeah. How did you connect with her? Was it just getting that part?
Well, we were friends on Facebook, and I was familiar with her work, and I had heard that she was an acting teacher, and then I did a show with a student of hers, and I was really impressed by his work, this amazing, strong actor named Justin Truesdale, and I swear to God, when he gets in front of the right person, his career is going to take off. He's talented and funny, and I was just like, oh my God, like, strong. And I was just like, he had listed in the program, that he studied with Gloria. And so I went to an open class, and everything felt right. Like just the way she was talking and what she was saying, I was like, oh my God, like I know, like she is supposed to be my mentor. She is supposed to like help my career and really do it. And so I was just like, yeah, after I left that open class, like I remember walking out of the theater and like calling my mom, and I was like, I found the acting class for me, like finally, because I had done like some other acting classes, and like not been impressed and been like bored in it and not wanted to go to class and not felt like I was growing or whatever. But it's like, you know, now with Gloria, it's like, you know, I see myself growing after every class, after every production, after every showcase. And just week after week, it's like learning new things about myself, getting new skills, and being able to take those skills, you know, out into the industry. And I mean, my agent, when he saw my audition tape for this movie the other day, he was so impressed. And he was like, oh my God, your acting is so good, blah, blah, blah. And even, you know, I always send thank you notes or thank you emails to the casting directors. And I sent one to the casting director for this film, and they were like, oh my God, you know, we're so excited to watch your tape and to see what you did and what you brought to the role. And I'm just like, Jesus, like this has never happened to me.
Wow,
so it's like,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, even to Gloria's credit, you know, there was a lot of acting teachers in this town that tried to get me to be in their class for whatever fucking reason. But then when I was like, no, you know, it's like I'm with Gloria Gifford, I'm with the Gloria Gifford Conservatory, I'm not going anywhere. Like all of those teachers were like, yeah, stay with her. She's a stronger teacher than me. She's a better teacher than me. And I'm like, Jesus, then why are you teaching? You know, why don't you send your students to her so that your students can get work, you know?
Joe, we have to wrap this up, dude. It always goes too fast, bro.
I know. I always have too much to say, me and my big mouth.
Not enough. I can always deal with more, and that's why I always get you back.
Yeah.
Know? You're awesome, brother.
Yeah, you know, any time, I'm always happy to be on the show.
Awesome.
But before we let him go, I do want to know, did you watch her Pants Off Dance Off?
No, I wasn't able to. I'll do it though. I'll do it though this weekend.
Thank you. Yes, definitely. Let us know what you think. And where can everybody find you?
You can find me I'm all over social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's just my name, Joe Filippone. I'm on YouTube. There's clips of stuff that I've done. You can just type in my name. You'll find my channel on there, Joe Filippone. And if you guys are in Los Angeles, any of your listeners, you know, love always. We're playing at Gray Studios in North Hollywood until the 23rd of April. Saturdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 7:30. So you can say that you saw the West Coast premiere and the Los Angeles premiere.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, brother.
Go on, man.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Take care,
Later, Joe.
All right. See you guys later.
See ya.
Later.